how to handle criticism. Some believe that criticism is an innately bad thing. This is completely true. Those who criticize you are your enemies.
You know, as one of the premier people who criticized High Guardian Spice, and with Ray Rodriguez saying,
most people critiquing the show are blaming the team for not caring, for being untalented, being SJWs, being gay/trans/women, etc. They don't care about the budget and honestly don't care about the show. High Guardian Spice is just an easy target that fills their boxes for harassment.
Great, another High Guardian Spice video. Hooray!
Die, you piece of shit!
I have to say, I'm pretty insulted. Hi. Hello. I'm MangaKamen, and I figured that we'd take some time away from reviewing stuff and me being positive, and talk about criticism. Also, if I sound off, I am basically recovering from strep throat, or a sore throat, as it were. But anyway, to me, criticism is something that everyone needs. It's how we improve, it's how we grow, and it's how some people find excuses to basically on others.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
I'm not saying all criticism is valid. Hell, I made a video talking about it that I may actually be working on a version 2.0 as of late. But when you have to basically strawman and attack people who have to criticize your show, that's a big red flag to me. In case you don't know, High Guardian Spice is a terrible show.
First lesson is how to take pride in your weapon.
I mean, crap, man. Look at that. You don't see that every day. I mean, I'm no doctor, but that doesn't really even seem possible.
In my humble opinion. Last year, I made 2 videos about it. The second one I was pretty much like forced to do so because my fans are crazy, but I love them anyway. And funnily enough, after my first video, I got blocked because of my criticisms. Thank you, Ray, creator of High Guardian Spice. It's not like I actually sent you my videos.
Haters gonna hate.
You had to actively come seek me out and block me. Very nice. In any case, a few days ago, Ray unleashed a few tweets blaming the budget for why High Guardian Spice is so bad.
High Guardian Spice had a very small budget. We were the first show of a non-union studio. If you're mad at the animation quality, it was the budget. Background art? Budget. Writing? Budget. We literally started storyboarding the first episode before the first script was finished.
Now, this is something that we see a lot on the internet, and this to me comes off as deflection. You wanna know why I think that? That just because there's a reason, that doesn't mean it's an excuse.
So you were saying the show got green light and approved for production without even having a realized storyboard? Somebody in CR really wanted this to be real, huh? That's not how pitching works.
So, you're telling me that there wasn't a pilot episode, but back when the show was first announced, we saw concept art, character design, cleaned up background sketches, and other early production work done. Was that really all you had at the time? Why wasn't there more put into this? I know this was a personal project of Ray's for a long time. I remember seeing that pre-made stuff of High Guardian Spice a long time ago. You're telling me you went into this with even an idea where to take the series? That's not a budget problem. That's a you problem, Ray. I know that High Guardian Spice was originally a webcomic. Hell, from what I could find, you basically ripped off Madoka Magica for Rosemary's original design. You made the original source material. Was that just scrap? I don't know, this just comes off as weird to me.
People comparing High Guardian Spice to anime because it's on Crunchyroll, but it isn't anime. It's a cartoon made with the same pipeline as any other American cartoon.
What the fuck am I reading?
Our budget was comparable to a Cartoon Network show, which are usually 11 minutes long, are comedy-centered, and have much simpler backgrounds and characters.
Then why Crunchyroll? It's literally an anime streaming service and you're pitching a cartoon to them. Part of the reason why High Guardian Spice was bombed was because it was targeted to the wrong demographic. I even said that this was put on something like Netflix or anything other like that, or something that wasn't dedicated to anime, then it probably wouldn't have gotten backlash as it got.
And while I've stated that the writing isn't all that great, and I certainly don't appreciate being blocked by the creator, the biggest issue stems from Crunchyroll and how they portrayed the show. I may sound like a broken record, but if this show just came out on Netflix, it wouldn't have gotten such a negative reception. Hell, it still had the issues that I brought up, but at the very least, it wouldn't have had this vitriol backed into it from the get-go. Crunchyroll touted this show as being a gift from the gods, that it was being groundbreaking, telling a story that we haven't seen before, putting the creators and what they identify as the forefront of instead, you know, the show.
Hell, most of the people who complained about it were more focused on Crunchyroll and how they're, well, pretty much shit company. In addition, while I obviously know that there are people out there who are joking and being jackasses towards Ray, and I need to make it clear I do not approve of harassment of others. If you think I do, then please get checked into a mental hospital.
Let's state the obvious. there's something wrong with me.
There are still people who are delivering valid criticism towards Rei and are doing it in respectful and charitable ways. Sister Zio here actually is a good example of it, and they still got blocked.
Stuff does get rushed and might not be as polished because of that low budget. But if you can learn how to manage around that in the future, that's a skill on its own, and you should be taking that into account for future projects. Don't slaughter me for this, but I didn't mind High Guardian Spice. Wasn't the best thing I watched, but it was enjoyable enough for me to sit through. I can understand why people don't like it though. If you want something to casually watch, then I'd recommend it.
It's really a bad sign to me that even when the criticism levied at you is delivered in such a polite manner, yet Rei still thinks it warrants a block. Why not just mute it? Why not just mute the entire conversation? You don't need to respond to everything about you. I know, it's ironic coming from me, but I'm trying to evolve from that myself, but this is why I understand Rei's thought process about this. But it's a thought process that I don't like. I don't like it about me, I don't like it about Rei, I don't like it about anyone. I don't agree with it, and going all shotgun with the block button doesn't help the situation at all. Obviously, if you block anyone who delivers any sort of criticism, even as soft as what Sister Zio did, it's not a good look.
High Guardian Spice is just an easy target that fills their boxes for harassment.
You wanna know why High Guardian Spice got so much flack at the trailer? Because Crunchyroll sucked as a company and anime fans were paying them were kinda pissed off that their money was going to a cartoon that clearly wasn't anime. Like you just said, Rei, that was a major factor in all of this. I don't know, to me, High Guardian Spice wasn't a great show. I can tell it wasn't directed at me, and I recognize that, and like I said in my videos on the matter, I had a feeling that Crunchyroll had stuck their fingers a bit too much into the production, but these kinds of tweets aren't going to help make your show better. Just because there's a reason for it, that doesn't automatically make the issues that people have with it disappear. I am sympathetic to the plights of an animator and creator, but lashing out at people, especially after how long it's been since the show came out, isn't helping anyone.
And don't get me wrong, I know the woes that the creator Rei is going through, how something that you finally managed to get produced into an actual show and how the internet is reacting to it negatively. I can only imagine what's going on through his mind, how a work that you put yourself into, literally, is being ripped apart.
If anything, it's just you burning bridges. Even then, there was another way to go about this. The route of Has-Been Hotel.
Oh God, it was one time!
Vivziepot was with a small team over a period of years on a shoestring budget. Vivian didn't even have the benefit of a major studio backing her. She just had to release the one episode for free on YouTube. And people loved it. So much so that an actual studio took notice and wanted to back her.
I cannot express how worth the wait this show will be. Hard at work on a brand new hotel and a very special story, full of music, laughs, and glorious sin. Stay tuned.
Not only that, but she also has a very popular side series that's supported by the fans, Hell of a Boss, and one that's getting a second season, as it were. Now, I'm honestly getting annoyed with creators attacking those that criticize their works. It's not a good look, it's something that makes it hard for me to take you seriously, and makes me not want to touch anything with your name on it.
I gotta blame somebody, otherwise it's all my fault. Fuck that.
Why? Because you're not learning from your past mistakes. I'm not saying to listen to me specifically. I doubt you would do that, Rei, but labeling your critics as people who want to harass you and basically strawmanning their arguments while at the same time blocking them doesn't make for a good look. If anything, it just justifies their critiques and shows that you can't take any criticism whatsoever. But whatever, if you don't want me touching your work in the future, I'll be more than happy not to touch it. So unless hell freezes over and we get a second season of High Guardian Spice, unless my audience wants to shell out a ton of cash, I'll gladly leave your shows alone. I'll get back to talking about Hell of a Boss. Yeah, later guys. Sorry for the short video, but I'm sick. Cut me some slack.